so hungry because you're watching football. The whole game is basically an elaborate scheme to make.
U.S. Marshal's Office saying a law enforcement officer was shot while serving a warrant this morning near Stella Link in the South Loop. We are getting an update now from officials. The mayor outside Ben Taub Hospital. Let's listen in.
Here on the streets of Houston, he lost his life. The suspect shot him as he approached to serve the warrant. You'll hear from the sheriff of Brazoria County what a dedicated law enforcement first responder he was. So I want to thank the sheriff, his officers. HPD is on the scene, has perimeters established, and will not go home until they apprehend this repeat violent offender, which demonstrates how important our law enforcement is, not only in Houston, but in our region. We work collaboratively, we come together. District Attorney Keir's office is present, will be involved, holding the suspect accountable. And it's just a sad day that we have to come together to deal once again with the violence in our community by repeat violent offenders. So at this time, I'll yield to the sheriff. Thank you, Sheriff. I know your department's grieving. Houstonians will keep this family in our prayers. I visited with Mrs. Vargas. They have 3 children. They're devastated, and it shows the dedication and commitment of our first responders. Sheriff.
Today is an awful and tragic day for the community, for our county, for our family, for Eddie Vargas's family, for Mr. Vargas's family, as well as the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office. Mr. Vargas was a 17-year veteran with the department and served very dedicatedly. Houston PD is now assisting with the investigation, and we'll let them turn over them. But I want to assure you that he will be apprehended. I'm going to turn it over to Chief Diaz to mention the investigation.
Thank you, Sheriff Stallman. Noe Diaz, DIAZ, Chief of Police, City of Houston. To echo what the good mayor said, that it's a tragic day in our community. It's a sad day because a true crime fighter out here doing the Lord's work lost his life trying to make this community safe. I want to thank the sheriff for his cooperation, the mayor for coming out caring enough to visit with us, and I can assure the community that every resource of the Houston Police Department is going to work around the clock until we get this person in custody. At the scene now, we have 2 components of the investigation. We have the homicide component of the investigation, as well as a manhunt. So we have a perimeter. We've got officers from every department helping. We have DPS helicopters flying in weather like this. This is serious to our community, to the law enforcement community. So I want to thank the community. And if you hear or see anything, please contact the police department. We are working tirelessly. We've got a team right now putting their lives on the line to try to catch this guy's already shot a police officer. So thank you to the community. Thank you for allowing us to serve in this capacity. And I rest assured that this bad guy will be brought to justice. Thank you.
Yeah. So Deputy Vargas, along with his partner, were attempting to serve a warrant today in Houston, and at that point is whenever he received gunfire from the suspect that he was attempting to apprehend.
Can you talk to us about Deputy Vargas as a person, his service to Brazoria County?
Yeah, very, very dedicated servant to Brazoria County. As I said, he was a member of the Sheriff's Office for 17 years, has three beautiful children and a lovely wife that obviously supports him too. And they're, as you can imagine, grieving, mourning at this time. I would ask that we all send our prayers and our condolences to the family. That's what we're doing as a department and as a community of Brazoria County.
Is there anything more about the suspect?
I will turn that over to Chief Diaz, but I do believe that they will be releasing information on the suspect.
I referenced that the DA working in collaboration with this investigation, this search, is already doing great work on doing the background check on the suspect. So I'll yield to. Do you have any information you'd like to yield at this time, or if it's an ongoing investigation on the way?
Sure, I can just say that it is an ongoing investigation. We have prosecutors on the scene. We also have prosecutors in the office writing search warrants, giving every resource that we have to support the Houston Police Department as we work this case. As soon as they are ready to present their investigation to us, we will be ready to review the case and accept the appropriate charges. I will leave it to Houston Police Department to release any information about the suspect when they feel that they are ready and that's the appropriate time to do so. But rest assured that they are doing everything they can out there to make sure that the community stays safe while they apprehend this suspect.
Sorry, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Just the public need to know right now. This suspect is obviously violent. He's obviously deadly. What does the public need to know about this manhunt?
Yes. We back in the building with another podcast vlog, and this is Raw Dope Podcast Vlog, and I'm your host, Hand 5000. And hey, y'all wasn't rocking out. I ain't gonna say wasn't rocking out, but I was in a rush this morning. I was slow, so I had to double back. But what we have is a black man, fortunately to say, is on a manhunt by them cowboys out in Texas for shooting a police officer, deputy. They call them deputies out there more than just, we see regular cops, they see really like deputy sheriffs. So it was a special task force to apprehend fugitives on the run, violent offenders. So they, I don't know the core of it, but I'm gonna play the news clipping. The dude wasn't going in a day. 52-year-old suspect is on the run. I didn't drop his name. You know what I'm saying? Bro on the run. Prayers go up for that officer. Nobody should lose their life, trying to serve and protect the country, or their neighborhoods. But, he opened fire on the Houston deputy. This incident happened in Houston. The suspect fled. And y'all know Texas big as a motherfucker. Texas is a huge place. So you can hide out in Texas for years and years before they catch you. But they got them all on the vlog. They posted them. You know what I'm saying? One thing about us, we're going to report the news, but we ain't did nothing wild. He's all on the news vlog. So we added him to the thumbnail for y'all to get in there. But if you out in Houston, Texas, man, I'm quite sure they got the streets and the roadways blocked off. They raiding every house and every jail call he ever made. Say he's a repeat violent offender. He had a warrant for like a assault or something crazy. They came to get him. He wasn't going out like that. An officer ended up dead. And I'm playing the clips from there, and I'm going to play all the clips and give y'all all the news that y'all could possibly get. Is breaking news. But when you step into this chat, man, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. And bro is on candid camera. They got the pictures, they got the manhunt, they got the U.S. Marshals, they got every sheriff, every deputy, every police, every CI in Texas looking for him. So let's listen to what they got to say.
That we're faced with today, and that's where Mr. Vargas was doing his dedicated work. And some of the salute not to go back to jail, court, and be held accountable, and they're the most dangerous that we as citizens have to encounter. So it's good that the DA's office is here, ready to pick up the baton and run with it. And now we're going to ask the courts to hold this individual accountable. But first, let's keep in our thoughts the HPD officers that are putting their lives on the line. These are terrible conditions to be out pursuing a dangerous suspect. They're going door to door. They've got the streets barricaded, and our thoughts need to be with HPD officers. And we have, as you know, one of the finest police departments in the country. And so we'll be leaving here to support the first responders that are out there on the scene as I talk.
Chief Diaz, can you share if there are any other suspects or anyone in custody at this point connected to this?
I will share there's no other suspect in custody.
Any persons of interest in custody?
No one is in custody at this time other than the suspect that's on the run.
And lastly, will we do a Google alert?
Hit that notification button, y'all.
So
Come on,
that's
man,
being worked on.
Our
Our partners at DPS are working through that information. And they'll soon release some
boy
alert as
for a
well.
while.
Chief, was there a
Like my people
recovered
tap
or
man,
is
show
the
up and show
suspect
out for me, y'all.
We believe the suspect is armed. I can't answer that there was no weapon recovered at the scene. So it's still a work in progress. There's a lot of manpower trying to bring this guy to justice. So I want to just thank the men and women of the Houston Police Department who are out there doing the hard work. As the mayor said, its conditions aren't ideal, but our canine units, everything that we have, every resource that we have is available and is working through this process to make sure that this gets solved quickly.
We'll take one more question. Chief, what do you want to tell us, Mayor, what do you want to tell the citizens right now? I know you want to false alarm anybody. What do you want to tell our citizens?
No, be conscious of your surroundings. Cooperate with law enforcement. HPD is a lead investigation with the DPS. So notify. Don't try to take any action on your own. Protect yourself, but we want everybody to know that all hands on deck. Every agency in our region and even state resources here pursuing the suspect, and he will be found and arrested and held accountable. So I just want Houstonians to realize that
I don't know if he want to be
our first responders are doing their job. They trained for this. They're placing their lives on the line as we talk, and have Deputy Sheriff Vargas' family in our prayers. Three children, beautiful family, and he gave his life to protect us. So let's go to work. Thank y'all.
Let's take two questions in Spanish for the chief.
Yes.
Two questions in Spanish for the chief.
Si puede dar el balance general del estatus actual de
You just heard from Mayor John Whitmire and other authorities confirming a deputy out of Brazoria County was shot and killed while serving a warrant this morning around 11:30. All of this happening near Stella Link and the 610 loop on the southwest side. Deputy Jesus Jesse Vargas, a 17-year veteran of the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office, and his partner were serving a warrant when Vargas was shot. He was taken to Bentop Hospital, where he later died. HPD assisting in this investigation as the suspect is still on the run. The suspect, described as a repeat violent offender, HPD Chief Noe Diaz, who you see here right now, says that suspect is believed to be armed, although no weapon was found at the scene. Now, while this manhunt is happening for the suspect, HISD confirms the campus of Shern Elementary is on lockdown. There is no direct threat to students, but again, the principal there confirms the lockdown for the school, which is located on the other side of the South Loop from where the officer was shot. So that school is in the Willow Bend neighborhood. In the meantime, Deputy Vargas, again, with the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office, was married with 3 children. So clearly a very, very sad day for law enforcement today in the city of Houston. Right now, let's go live to Katira Winfrey. She is on the southwest side where this shooting happened. Katira, can you set the scene for us?
Wawa's up and ready.
Got to play this, man. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment. Charlene, what's good? Yo, what's good? Chuck, what's good? Everybody, what's good, man? Donate to the channel today, man. Can I get $1, 50 cents, anything, man? We need a new camera, bro, to set up for the interviews next month.
Has died after being shot during an attempt to serve a warrant. The search for that fugitive is still underway. Thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Sirota.
And I'm Lisa Hernandez. This all happened around 11:30 this morning on Stella Link Road near the South 610 Loop. U.S. Marshals tell us the deputy was part of the Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force. He was apparently approaching a car parked outside a Dollar Tree there when that suspect opened fire.
KPRC2's Corley Peel is at that scene right now with everything that we know so far. Corley.
Out here, there is a large
enforcement present. If you look behind me, you can see just all the agencies that are out here. We have, it looks like Houston SWAT team is here. The district attorney's office is here. But if you take a look at the Dollar Tree parking lot over here across the street, this is where the focus is on the investigation, because this is where we have learned that that shooting happened. And we have learned through our sources that there was a deputy with the Gulf Coast Task Force Violent Offenders Division that was serving a warrant in this parking lot, and as they were approaching a suspect, that suspect opened fire and shot that U.S. Marshals deputy.
Bro ain't want to go
That
to
deputy
jail.
eventually left and went to Bentop Heights Hospital. But again, it is a large scene out here. We have seen several detectives, several agencies from all over the area out here because that suspect is currently on the run. So there is this huge manhunt for him right now as well. Now, I did speak with several people out here who heard those gunshots. Listen to what this man had to say.
Like I heard pop, 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 like about 7 gunshots. And so, like I thought it was, because I work right here at the mechanic shop right here. And so, like, I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on because my boss, so I was worried. So I ran over here, and then I saw a body laying, like two. I think it was a couple of bounty hunters. And I think they were trying to like serve a bounty to this guy, and it went wrong, and the dude shot one of the bounty hunters dead over there.
Or any other suspects or any other witnesses, but we do know that we saw a woman in the back.
Hey, bro ain't going to jail today. Not today, he said.
And again, another live look out here at this very active scene. A scary situation for a lot of the witnesses who are out here because this is a busy shopping center here off Stella Link Road. But right now, this is in the early stages of the investigation. We are still working with our sources to find out any new information. The only description that we've gotten about that suspect at this point is that they were wearing a blue hoodie and blue jeans, and that's confirmed through some of our sources. But we, of course, are monitoring the situation. We're gathering as much information as we can here at the scene because it is still active. Again, there's another scene over at Bentop Hospital where police are expected to give us more information, but we, of course, will keep you updated. Reporting live, Orly Peel, KPRC 2 News.
It ain't no joke, bro, out there. Houston, boy, they is furious out in Houston. You heard me. They is furious. They posted the picture. Bro lost his mind. Now, I'm going to tell you, Houston laws out there script. If you know anything, if they catch him alive, he getting the death penalty. Houston still got the death penalty. People still on death row in Houston. I just want y'all to know that. If they catch him alive, they so dangerous out in Houston, bro, out in Texas, bro. I don't even got them bringing them in alive. They gonna kill him. They gonna kill him. They gonna shoot first. I promise you. I promise you.
Just letting us know now. To believe
hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment.
This afternoon, we are seeing the man, I should say the suspect, who is believed to have shot this Brazoria County deputy, killing him here today. This is the first image we've seen of the suspect who they were trying to serve with this warrant here in the parking lot earlier today. And we know If you're familiar with the Houston area, I can remember sitting in this very seat, even talking about as a whole is processing not only the crime scene and working as fast as possible to get information out, they're also processing the death of one of their own. So here we are again at Ben Taub, where we have seen today several people go inside of the hospital.
Can you hear it now?
Woman. We saw a woman very emotional. This is the moment we're talking about right here, when she's escorted inside of the hospital, surrounded by sheriff's deputies and other members of law enforcement. She's visibly shaken and slowly walks inside of the hospital.
Dang.
That moment says it all.
I don't like to see nobody get killed.
Again,
This vicious,
the deputy
yo.
was a 17-year veteran. This is
17-year veteran, bro.
You can see here Bel Air Police, just one of many
First
agencies
cop
that are working
this year,
together.
boy.
Now, if you're wondering, a blue alert is typically sent out whenever we have a situation
It's
like
different,
this.
baby.
This
It's
right
different,
here is
baby.
that brown pickup truck that was in question here. You can see the bullet hole in this looks to be the passenger side window here. The bullet hole with that brown truck, which is the primary focus of the investigation. A blue alert is typically sent out, and that is when there's an active manhunt, which there is right now. There's an active manhunt for the suspect. And you can expect that here momentarily. In that press conference, they mentioned that they're working towards getting that blue alert sent out. So if you're not watching here today, or right now in this very moment, you're going to get an alert here on your phone in regards to that blue alert. So that's in the process. We also know the DA's office is there on the scene as well. Prosecutors are at the hospital as well as in the office working through the necessary paperwork, because we now again have Robert Lee Davis. Robert Lee Davis, who also goes by Christopher Davis, is the suspect. We showed you a picture moments ago. So now we have a suspect name and an ID. You can bet your bottom dollar the DA's office is working to get those necessary warrants and documents sent out. And as I'm speaking here at 2:23, I can see on my phone as well, here at the desk, the blue alert being sent out for Houston, Texas. The suspect is Robert Davis III, aka, Sean Davis, and he's wanted for violence against a law enforcement officer. Robert Davis III is a 56-year-old black male, last seen wearing blue Nike hoodie and jeans.
Okay, going back to jail.
Area of the 9300 block of Stella Link Road.
Let me tell you.
Call Houston Police with information.
56 years old and shot at the police. Just let me break this down to me. Y'all go ahead and ride out with me right now. Jump inside the pickup truck. It's a 4-door joint Chevy. All right. So this guy, he's on the run for assault, whatever. And, you know, he's labeled as a violent repeat offender. Boom. They got a warrant for him. You know they looking for him. When you got a warrant, they go to your places. They send the goon squads at him. They got a police force out in Texas that go for violent offenders. Bet they looking for him. Out in Houston, Texas, and all them down south states, they got a weigh and carry. Everybody got a gun on them. You get what I'm saying? They gun laws, you know what I mean? You got the right to bear arms. Now, we know if bounty hunters and shit come looking for you and they don't have the vests on or whatever, then that you know what I'm saying? I seen a case where though dude ain't know they was the police and got to shooting at him. You know what I mean? That's why they stopped the plain clothes shit out in Baltimore. So, but they gotta have their police jacket on so you can see. So it's even two things with Unc. Either Unc is at the point of no return to where as though he's saying he's 56 years old, black man. Probably been to prison a couple times. What made him say today, I'm gonna lose it all? Because the warrant in Texas, they hard. I'm just letting you know, they give you 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years out there. So I'm saying they hard. He 56 years old. So he probably knew whatever charge they had for him was the ball game. He was gonna get a bunch of time. And he say, I'm not going to prison today. That's the fucked up mentality to have at 56 years old. 56 years old, man, you supposed to be, you know, jumping on boats, going fishing, enjoying your life, hunting and whatever. The streets and everything, all of them stuff supposed to be behind you. But unfortunately, You know, he was still, I don't know what his reason. He may have had an argument with his girlfriend and got a warrant put out on him. I don't know what he had the warrant put out for him. I didn't do that much research yet. But it was for assault. I don't know who he assaulted, whatever. Yo, he just blew it. 56 years old. Now you 56 years old. Just say he gonna get the death penalty. 56 years old starting a fresh death penalty sentence is beyond me. It's beyond me. And in his case, they might be like, no death penalty. Take this bow. You're gonna get this elbow. But in Texas, you're gonna get life for killing a police officer. Ain't no way around it. But what if they just make him just sit in prison from 56 years old to he, because you know it'll be taking them executing people at least 10 years. All the appeals and all the process, it take a while for it just to be settled in. So 10 years, that makes them 66. Take about 10 to 20 years for execution to go through. So 10 to 20 years, you mean to tell me they would hit you with the needle at 76 years old? God damn it, Jack. I would rather get all my little money in a bag and get on the Greyhound and go start over somewhere, bro, than to get fucked up like that at 56 years old, bro. 56 years old, bro, just going through that is just unreal, bro. It's unreal, bro. It is a harsh reality check, bro. A harsh reality check, bro. And I posted this not to be on no other tip, but it's just like, dang, yo. It's 15 days into the new year, and outside of all the horrific crimes that's committed across the ghettos of America and urban cities and black men is at all over the world, man, the first crazy crime in Houston, Texas, bro, where everybody trying to move at, man, the first crime of the year is seeing a black man on every news station in the world for killing a cop, and the cop so happened to be a white cop. In a state like Houston, where you gonna get the death penalty? Like, bro, like, y'all, I have to wake up and smell the coffee myself. You know what I'm saying? What, I mean, bro, like, just, you know, I guess he felt like I got the joint on me, they running down on me. I don't know, bro. But my thing is 56 years old and killing a cop, bro. My personal thoughts and what I just think, I think if he did that one time, he'll do it again for them to take him out. Because not to go face your little charge and knowing one day you'll be coming home, got some man say I'm 56 years old, I ain't going back to prison, bro. And in America, you have some dudes that really feel like that, and some dudes just don't get caught up, just don't get caught feeling like that. But a lot of dudes feel that way. And a lot of dudes be bluffing. But he wasn't bluffing. He just blew it all at 56 years old. And some people will say, and I must say, well, shit, he lived his life. You know what I mean? But did he live a life in and out of jail? Was he just coming home? You know, by the time the 11 o'clock news come out there, and it's 5 o'clock out there, by every time come out, they'll have his whole criminal record. You'll know everything about him. But for 12:01 tomorrow, tomorrow morning, by 12:01, you'll know everything about this man. By 8 a.m., it'll be everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they raiding his people houses, they harassing his people, they doing all that because Texas is Texas. Texas is Texas. You know, it's not the most friendly, colored place in the world. We know that. But I'm just saying, man, this is ugly. This is ugly, bro. And I just don't believe that particular suspect, this brother, 56 years old, that, you know, killed the innocent cop, because this ain't the thing where the cop was beefing with him or they had a personal vendetta. The cop was just serving a warrant because he was a part of a special task force to go look for violent offenders. So even with that being said, you know, when you're a violent offender, you consider armed and dangerous. And definitely in Texas, with the gun law so light and it's so thin, you definitely gonna be considered armed and dangerous. So that's why they send this particular fugitive task force at you. So, and I guess he, you know, because of this fugitive task force, they might have a bad reputation. We don't know. But before the sunset on Friday, we would know everything about the officer, everything. So I just thought this was breaking good news. Even though I want to get into the Terrence Crawford and Javante Davis situation. I want to get into the playoffs and all that. I said, man, when I seen this cop shooting and this was like, I'm like, yo, this man is insane. And what was most crazy about this story when they said the suspect was 56 years old. 56 years old, you would think a dude done with that shit. You get him saying, unless you get money on a higher level, you just at 56 years old, being on the news just ain't your style. You know what I'm saying? Ain't the style that I think you should want to have. But let's get back and learn more about this case.
At 713-308-3600.
I wonder what Charleston White got to say about this.
Mejia at the search scene, bringing us some updates here. Jonathan.
That's right, Anthony. After you were mentioning that blue alert, we just received that on our phones here, alerting us to the suspect that has been identified in this officer-involved shooting. It's a tragic situation. It's divided up in his family, the entire city in this department. But right here, now you're going to see several law enforcement agencies here on Latma Drive in Silver Spring Lane. This is where we've seen authorities, along with their canines, actively searching for that suspect. We heard from a resident that lives in this area that she noticed some unusual activity in her shed, and this is what prompted so many law enforcement to come here on this street. We were out here, we saw multiple canines, we saw officers with their arms drawn, actively searching in and out of the backyards of this home. The presence has died down ever since we've gotten here. But we know this is still an active investigation, and they're still actively searching for the suspect who was involved in this officer-involved shooting. This is what I can tell you. I've been able to see Pearland Police, Houston Police. I've been able to see PA State Troopers here on the ground. We just see how these several law enforcement agencies are coming together to actively search and find this suspect.
All right, Jonathan Mejia, thank you so much. We have a homicide investigation and a manhunt taking place here at this hour at 2:25. Earlier today, unfortunately, we got word that Deputy Jesus Jesse Vargas, a 17-year veteran with the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office,
what it is,
partner, who are both part of the Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force. They were serving a warrant for that.
That's what it's called, the Gulf Coast Violent Offender Task Force.
Who also goes by Sean Davis. He is a violent repeat offender. Here's a second image of him. This is what he was wearing here today. This is the most recent image from today. This was also sent out as part of that blue alert. He is the suspect wanted right now in this active manhunt. Listen, if you are watching this and if you are in any of these areas where we mentioned here today where the investigation may be taking place, or if you see anything suspicious, please pick up the phone and call law enforcement. The mayor making it very clear today, you want to be aware of your surroundings, and if you see something, say something. This is a very important investigation taking place, and they would like to get this man off of the street. We have certainly seen that he is a violent person.
Hey, hit that notification button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like, leave a comment. I just got to play it all.
Questions that you may have of us, please ask.
Sean, you want to say a few words?
Okay.
Thank you. The agency was from the United States Marshal Service, and the K-9 was a federal partner as well, was a United States Marshal K-9.
Do you think he just stayed there, like around here? Or, I mean, I know you don't know, but what do you surmise he did?
Looking at it now, in hindsight, he hid in the trash can.
Yeah. He took off and went there. You think he was probably there the whole time? Yeah.
We believe so at this time, yes, sir.
Damn.
How many shots did he fire, do you know?
We know that the dog got struck twice.
Oh, he killed the K-9 too.
You mentioned that the dog was the one who pulled the
See, that's a federal K-9 dog. Good God Almighty.
How did that interaction take place?
Now, the dog had access to the dumpster.
Yeah, but
It was able to get in the dumpster.
Oh, so he actually went inside
Right.
and
Yes.
shots.
Yeah.
So the guy was hiding underneath trash?
Yes.
in a dumpster.
Tons of it.
Tons of it.
And the dog
Alerted.
alerted and dug in there, and that's when he shot the dog.
What was it that brought you all out here for Davis this morning, today?
Here we go. They telling you your charges now.
Warrant out of Galveston
Was there a
County.
tip that we think he's here? Or?
Yes, always there's somebody that has some idea of the possibility. And so you don't You don't stop at that. You go ahead and go forward, and it may not work out, but you go check it out.
We were told that he may have been getting money for plasma here, and that's how you were alluded to. You know,
Well,
Get
I
the
think
high.
that's up to the chief to comment, and I'm sure
He was at a plasma center.
Still under investigation.
We don't know those details. I can tell you that he had a aggravated assault with a deadly weapon out of Brazoria County.
and he had two out of Harris County, right?
I haven't confirmed those.
So
The
he
ones
had
that I
3
know
warrants.
is the one in Brazoria County.
Time.
Was he shot? Chief, was he shot, the officer, was he shot point blank by the suspect? Do you know if, like, as soon as, they surrounded the vehicle, kind of walk us through, like, what happened? How was he shot?
Well, we're still working through that. I can tell you that we will evaluate. We are canvassing the entire strip mall, going through phone data, looking at the suspect's phone. So all the police processes will be dealt with accordingly. But as far as details, we're just not ready to do that because we've got to still present this through the legal system. Oh. Go.
We heard that Davis's girlfriend might have played a role in this updating her vehicle's license plate was picked up on the flock camera. Is she in question or have anything to do with this situation?
That is still under investigation. I won't comment on that.
His girlfriend was with him.
How many times was he shot here in the dumpster? And also, was he shot in the original altercation?
In the original altercation, he was not shot in the dumpster. He was shot multiple times.
And is he still there?
He's deceased. Yes, he's still there. We follow protocol.
dang.
The medical examiner's office.
They killed him.
Will come
They killed him.
work through that process.
They killed him. They killed him.
His path to get to that dumpster. We see the cameras here.
They killed him.
Part of our investigation will be canvassing methodically.
I told y'all.
Some of the stores are closed.
That boy
But,
wasn't making out there alive after
team,
killing one of them white sheriffs. Ain't no way.
Information.
Ain't no way they was letting him out there alive. I knew that.
I do not know.
So hold up. See, this is live. I'm covering y'all live. So listen, that's why y'all getting raw dope news. So hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. If you feeling friendly, donate to the channel. But anyway, the suspect has been murdered. He was in a trash dumpster under tons of trash. The K9 dog went in the dumpster after him. He killed the K9. And I guess they ran down on that dumpster and let him have it. You know they ain't going to tell how they done it. But they know they got it done. And if you look at it, and if you go to this clip, it's one of the white guys in the back of police, the mayor, states. I don't know who he is. Because I just tuned in. He got a big smile on his face. Like he can't hold it in. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, they have a right to feel that way. You kill one of theirs, they trying to kill you. You get what I'm saying? It's unfortunately that the consequences that we pay if you hurt one of them is really, really detrimental to your growth and development. You will not survive. I knew that man was not going to survive. I knew they was going to kill him. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you shoot no cop in no Texas and they going to act like they ready to handcuff you. Only way they going to do that if you in the public odds and they got to handcuff you. Trust me, they going to beat you half to death. They not joking about this, man. Let's go.
Did you guys pick up the driver? Is that person at all being questioned or detained or arrested or anything?
Earlier today, the driver cooperated. He came back into and got interviewed, so we don't suspect him in any other involvement other than giving the suspect a ride.
And what was that, the brown truck that we saw?
Yes.
And what was that?
Hey.
In the driveway?
We don't know yet. We're working through that.
Chief,
Anybody else?
You said you spoke to the suspect's wife. Can you speak about the deputy and the person that he was and the impact he made to this community as far as the actions?
He was a hero in my eyes. He was a winner, right? He gave 17 years of his life, days, evenings, nights as a patrol officer, right? A lot of people don't lose sight of how hard that is to make it in his career for 17 years. Father of 3, and their family's devastated. Bo Stallman is the sheriff in Brazoria County, just a wonderful sheriff.
Told you.
And they're mourning, so please keep the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office in your prayers. Again, they're just out here working to that warrant comes in every single day. Warrants come in, and there's teams throughout the city, throughout the state, throughout the entire country working those warrants every single day.
Yeah, I knew they was going to kill him.
One moment.
I can say I commissioned him as a special U.S. Deputy Marshal about a year ago. And they were very excited. Here's a full-time career deputy that has served in many capacities, but he wanted to be on the U.S. Marshal Gulf Coast Violent Fugitive Task Force. And I will say the sheriff was very supportive. I think he's one of our first ones from Brazoria County, and everybody was elated that he was able to have this opportunity. So we made that happen, and he has done tremendous in assisting the task force members, and it's just heartbreaking that this has to come to this as far as his service is concerned.
Truly is.
I think one of the big questions we're hearing from our viewers, if you could explain the process a little bit about why this would have happened here if he was in Brazoria County.
Well, the task force, the U.S. Marshal Service, Gulf Coast Violent Task Force, and it comprises with multiple. We have multiple.
They killed his ass. I told you.
Mobile. That's why we.
I told y'all. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment. Listen, this is deputy killed in Houston. The manhunt for the suspect. The whole time the suspect was hiding in a dumpster. He killed the K9 Doug. The K9 Doug, I guess, sniffed him out, and them boys handled their business. It wasn't no jail today. You know what I'm saying? You know, let that brother rest in peace, because now that he's deceased, only God, only Allah, have mercy on his soul. He has to face his day of judgment, and the day is his judgment day. And just for a little warrant to go to jail, man, it's always a possibility to beat it. But I think that was just going to drastic measures. But I heard plenty of dudes saying in my time in the streets that, if they run down on them, they ain't going to jail today. Not today. That's the mentality. And that mentality could cost you your life. I don't know, some dudes, I seen a lot of dudes bluffing and go ahead and go to jail for a while. And, here today, we see an individual that wasn't bluffing, and just, for educational purposes, this is what this video is for. And I'm here to tell you that it's not worth it. It's not worth dying. It's not worth dying. It's not worth dying. You know what I mean? If you commit a crime and you're going to prison, bro, don't do the crime, bro. Getting all them bullets putting in you, being disrespected. They probably spit on the brother. They probably just did him dirty. And, in the world's eyes, in the world that we live in, they feel like, hey, that was right. He killed the cop. He was out of order. He killed somebody. You got killed. You know what I mean? I get all that. But that's just the mental break and the drug abuse that we face as African-American men and women out here, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mentally, you know what I'm saying? We let the world break us. And this is a cold, cold world. This a cold world. This a real cold world, bro. Shit is hard, yo, from these corporate businesses, from mortgage companies to banks to phone companies to cars, finance companies. This is a cold, cold world, bro. And they will swallow you up. And sometimes the drugs and the alcohol take people away from their reality. And if he was at a plasma center selling plasma, I don't know if that brother was selling plasma for food to take care of his family, or I don't know if that brother was just selling plasma to get his next fix. I don't know. I don't know the brother. You know what I mean? All I know is say, yo, Allah knows best, bro. You know what I'm saying? And everything that you do and everything that you say, you will be accountable for it one day. So, you know what I'm saying? You man enough to take a life. You know what I'm saying? You man enough to get your life taken. That's just the way it go. But I'm hurt to see that another black man killed by the hands of a cop or whatever he did. And I'm hurt to see another black man doing something. You get what I'm saying? What up, Daytona? You know, and I'm hurt to see just another black man doing something to make them people kill him. You get what I'm saying? If you didn't have a warrant out for you, them people wouldn't have been looking for you. They wouldn't have bothered you. And this thing will be over as soon as it started. After Valentine's Day, nobody will hear about it. Nobody will care about it. He'll have a funeral. The officer will have a funeral. They will build a memorial, probably name a hospital, wherever that area has him. But he'll just be put, they'll play games and do the autopsy. They'll do investigation. They'll give him off to his family, even if he had family. We don't know if he's even going to have a proper burial. 56 years old, at that age, at a young age, we lose a lot of family and friends. At 56 years old, you don't know his family condition. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if he was struggling with addiction or mental illness, something was wrong where you said you ain't going to jail today, that you going to decide to kill a police officer. Something is wrong. I'm here to tell you, bro, something is wrong. That brother was going through something, bro. And I'm not justifying what he did at all, man. It's consequences for your action, regardless of we going through something or not. If we choose to take our aggravation, our anger, our, you know what I'm saying, not happy with ourselves or not happy with our life, we choose to take that outside and bother people, it's a consequence. You get what I'm saying? You know, it's a consequence. Sometimes you be so aggravated, you arguing with your girl, you ill, you need your drugs, you need money, you know, the weight of the world on you. You don't know. I don't know what he was going through. But whatever he was going through, he decided to kill a police officer. And that's heartbreaking. That's very heartbreaking, and that's real disturbing, bro. Because as a person of our culture, that we're watching on the news, being, you know, taunted and whatever, and that person of a culture put themselves in that position to be taunted on the news, to be disrespected, to be murdered. But after it's all said and done, by me of being a person of the culture, I'm like, damn, yo, what happened? I gotta be 56 one day if I live in the Lord spare my life. I gotta be 56 one day. So what did he do and what did he have going on in his life that I won't make the same mistakes and feel like, hey, today I'm just gonna give up and let the police kill me or kill a police officer or hurt anybody that doesn't have nothing to do with the situation that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? We could go point the blame game of slavery, the way that we came up and all that. But after a while, bro, once you start living and you start getting in rotation, that shit become a thing of the past. You can't keep dwelling on, bro, what ain't work for you. You can't dwell on coulda, shoulda, woulda. You can't dwell on if I coulda. You know what I'm saying? You got to leave that shit behind. Get in the shower, cry about that shit, hold your pillow tight, jerk off, play with, I don't know what you do, bro. Go speed around the block. I don't know, punch a bag, lift some weights. But when you take the weight of the world out on the world got something for you. And that's what we seen today. We seen that the world had something for that brother, man. He got murdered. He killed the cop and the police dug and he got murdered. You know what I'm saying? And the world eyes that cop ain't did nothing but his job. That Doug wasn't doing nothing but his job. Whatever, he had a warrant. If you never had a warrant for your arrest, you wouldn't have to go through that. But what was going through that brother's head? What was wrong with that brother? And at 56 years old, why is, you know, going to prison or getting killed by a cop a part of your life? You know what I mean? That's a serious factor right there. Well, let's finish hearing what these people got to say.
Or with the sheriff's office by commissioning them as special deputy U.S. Marshal. That gives them the broader capability to go where needed and when needed. And so here, you know, they were up here looking at this situation, and that's how it happens. Is you have we even have state law enforcement a part of it as well. And it gives us a cross-reference of resources from local, state, and it's an immense help, you know, to have it for the U.S. Marshals and the communities throughout the nation. We do this throughout the nation, and that's why you may say, well, he's out of jurisdiction. No, he's not, because he's part of the task force.
Anybody else in English?
And so, was it just a Missouri County warrant? It looked like he had two charges that were filed in Harris County in December.
Okay, Randy, I've not verified that, so I won't comment till.
Probably his girl put a warrant out
I
for
have not
him.
looked at that data, but I know today they were out looking for the aggravated assault charge with deadly weapon from Brazoria County.
And I stand corrected. I said Galveston, but he's Brazoria County.
The dog's name was Rocky. He was 1.5 years old. Rocky like the boxer, but better.
Yes, he was.
He was a Belgian Malinois. Yes.
There he is.
Okay. Yes, sir. ¿En español?
En español.
Dígame.
¿Dónde encontraron, cómo fue que encontraron este tipo? Y ahora si ustedes tienen, en vez de un héroe, tienen dos con este oficial canino que fue agredido.
Hoy en la tarde, como a las 4:50 de la tarde, siendo otra búsqueda de parte del alguacil de los Estados Unidos, del US Marshal, aquí en Houston, revisaron que viene siendo el callejón atrás de este edificio y estaban unos
Hit that
de basura
notification button, hit
grandes.
that subscribe button,
So,
drop
en
a
esos
like, leave a
entonces,
comment. I appreciate you.
usaron un perro, un
I
K9,
appreciate you. Want to donate to the channel? It's
y el
up there.
perro, al llegar a una
shit,
de las cajas de basura, dio la seña, abrieron la tapa de la basura. En esos entonces, el perro brincó.
Yeah, go speed around the block. Whatever you gotta do, man. Just do what you gotta do, man. Just don't go out here and end up like this.
Al sospechoso.
Don't end up like this, bro. It ain't worth it. You tell me, is it worth it? Getting 100 bullets in you?
Dos
No.
veces. Entonces los policías también llegaron con sus armas y le tiraron al sospechoso y el sospechoso no sucedió sus heridas.
¿El oficial canino cómo se llama y cómo está?
Está bien ahorita. Se llama Rocky, es su nombre.
¿Cómo piensa usted que estos dos oficiales, aun cuando no era de cuatro patas, son dos héroes?
Claro.
Al final.
Claro, pues es un trabajo difícil.
What it is.
Trabajo duro. Yo vi a Rocky con su agente como a mediodía, trabajando duro, todos mojados porque estaba lloviendo. So, el perro está trabajando, el perro está haciendo su trabajo, está bien entrenado para hacer su trabajo y el perro se usa para que el humano no tenga el peligro igual. So, en esos entonces el Rocky hizo su trabajo, fue héroe.
Pues cuénteme un poquito sobre el oficial que fue herido. Creo que muchas de las familias quisieran saber cómo era, qué tipo de héroe fue el que falleció aquí.
Porque era un diputado del condado de Brazoria, se llamaba Jesús Vargas. Tengo entendido yo que él tenía 17 años de policía con el condado. Tenía un año y medio de que se había hecho diputado del alguacil del gobierno federal. Era padre de 3 hijos.
Suspect is killed. Yeah, I told you, suspect is killed, bro. You know what I mean? That boy done.
Breaking news.
That boy done, bro. Oh, that go to he's done, bro. He's done. Let me read. Let me I told you. There it is. Yeah, I told you. There we go.
According to HPD, a short time ago, the suspect was shot by law enforcement, Robert Lee Davis. He was wanted in the murder of a Brazoria County Sheriff's deputy from earlier today, just before noon, on Stella Lake, near the South Loop. The deputy was part of the task force trying to execute a search warrant for that suspect. They apparently found him not long ago. There was a shootout, a canine officer, a dog was hit. And the suspect was also hit, now dead.
Yes, and that suspect, Robert Lee Davis, has a rather extensive record, having done some prison time. Mayor Whitmire shared with us earlier in a news conference today. Hence the sense of urgency to find this individual, obviously involved or allegedly involved in the shooting death of Deputy Vargas, but also knowing the harm that he had caused and the menace he had been to society even prior to today.
Apparently he had a record dating back to 1990.
Check your text message on the work phone.
Investigative reporter Jeremy Rogowski. He had done prison
your text
time. He was
messages,
released
bro.
from prison. I'm talking about Davis in 2015. He was paroled at that time. He was released from parole in 2019. Here we are, 2025. Again, a search warrant executed for him. He is shot in an apparent shootout with deputies after he killed a deputy earlier today.
Yes, and that warrant that they were trying to serve today was for an alleged attack on a teenage girl. So again, just reflecting on the record that he had and why they needed to find this suspect as soon as possible.
All right, let's go to Tracy Bragg with a little more information on how the deputy, Jesus Vargas, 17-year veteran of the Brazoria County Sheriff's Department, is being remembered. Tracy, and where are you, by the way, Tracy?
Yeah, I mean, you can't say it enough, guys. This is obviously such a tragic day, not just for law enforcement in our area, but a tragic day for all of us here in our area after learning, of course, that Brazoria County Deputy Jesus Jesse Vargas sadly lost his life in the line of duty, according to officials. Take a look behind me, guys. I'm here at Ben Taub Hospital, right outside their emergency room. And I will tell you, we've been here for several hours now, and I'll tell you that the deputy's body, right around 3:30, was carried out of the hospital as he was carried to the Harris County Medical Examiner's office, followed by a very long procession filled with dozens and dozens of officers here in Houston Police Department, and also dozens of law enforcement from Brazoria County. And right now, many of us are wondering, who was Deputy Vargas? Well, what we learned from Brazoria County Sheriff Bo Stallman was that he was a 17-year veteran of the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office. We also know that he was part of the Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force. Brazoria County Sheriff's Office also sharing a post today, sharing more about who he was as a person and a law enforcement officer. Listen to this. They were calling him a dedicated public servant known for his integrity, compassion, and commitment to our community. Also calling Deputy Vargas more than a team member, saying he was a friend, a mentor, and an inspiration to everyone that he knew. Here's more of what Brazoria County Sheriff Bo Stallman had to say.
Very dedicated servant to Brazoria County. As I said, he was a member of the Sheriff's Office for 17 years, has three beautiful children and a lovely wife that obviously supports him too. And they were, as you can imagine, grieving, mourning at this time.
Now I have to tell you, I spoke with the sheriff about an hour ago after that press conference. And I have to tell you, obviously he was very shaken up, very affected.
If y'all was just tapping in, the Gulf Coast Fugitive Apprehension Squad, one of their deputies was shot and killed by a 56-year-old black man in Texas. They were serving him with a warrant. He had a couple warrants. Said he had assault on a female, and they were serving a warrant, and he got in a shootout. They found him in a dumpster. They put holes all in the dumpster. He killed the K9, 18-month-old K9, year and a half old, and the deputy. So, but I knew when I started this live at 6:45, I knew that in the mix of me doing this, that I said early on, like, that boy ain't gonna live. No, sir, no way, Jose, because like I said, down south, when you get, well, I'm from Baltimore, and if you're not familiar with Baltimore, that's in Maryland. So when you get to like Virginia, the state of Virginia, you know they call us the DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. But I'm from Baltimore. Baltimore and Maryland does not have, like, if you don't have no criminal record, you can go get a gun, and then you get your license, you can carry it. They got that going on. But like from like Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, New Orleans, Atlanta, they got a whole different, lingo down there. You had a right to bear arms as long as you don't have no record. If your record is old, you know what I'm saying, you can get your gun back. So it's so many guns out there on those streets the way as though you be like, damn, you get apprehended by the cops and you like, 56 years old, telling you ain't going back to prison. So many guns out there. So I know, like, damn, when you commit a crime on a cop, no matter what, it's like a normal thing to carry a gun in these states. So they are going to full blast you. They're going to full blast you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to full blast you. And he was at a plasma center. Guess where he gets some money. He had a driver with him. His girlfriend's with him. They locked the driver up. They said the driver cooperated. All they said he gave him a ride. And anyway, I'm just telling you, ain't nobody having nothing to do with that. I'm being honest with you. You kill a cop, boy, your toughest homeboy. Your toughest homeboy might tell on you. You know what I mean? Your toughest homeboy might. You know what I mean? Tell on you, switch up on you. If you go off the meat racket and this ain't the mission, and you think his homeboy wrong, if he said, man, I don't know what he was talking about, he just said he wasn't going to jail. Do you think his homeboy wrong if his homeboy told the police, man, he said he was going on out? Like, do you think he wrong? Your man is with you and y'all going to go get plasma. Get y'all plasma, sell it, and make that couple dollars. Whatever you doing the money for. This turns out into, oh, shit, you got the warrants. The police on our ass. Boom. The police jumps out or whatever. Your man got the joint on him. He said, I ain't going back to jail. He kill a cop. jump out the car, get all out, get away from you, whatever. He kills a cop. When he kills this cop, he got the whole Texas news cameras on that. He goes in a dumpster. And when you make it back home, you see on your news, your man, he dead. I'm 56 years old, he dead. Like, y'all just went on a mission. Like, this was just crazy. Like, bro, like, you can't make this shit up, bro. Like, bro just woke up. I don't even think he couldn't have woke up this morning like, I'm gonna kill a cop, or if a cop run down on me, I'm gonna do this. Like, if that, I'm telling you, me, I'll pay a couple $100. I wanna talk to his man. Like, what did he say to you before he did this? Like, bro, like, what did he say to you, bro? Like, why didn't you talk him out of this? Like, why didn't you talk him out of this, bro? Like, it's over, bro. Like, why didn't you talk him out of this? That's the only thing I want to say. I know you ain't had nothing to do with it, but what was his last words before he shot that cop? What was going on? This your man, you gave him a ride. What was going on the ride up there that he just felt like, this is my day, my last day on earth, and I'm going to do this? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what was his mind frame? I really want to know. Don't y'all want to know? I really want to know what he was thinking, bro, because that's a suicide bomber, bro. To pull a gun on the police and to kill a police officer and flayed on foot or whatever with them having goddamn helicopters and walkie-talkies and just thinking you just gonna go on the run, or I don't know what you was thinking. But man, you couldn't have, even when you cocked it back, whatever joint you had, like, bro, what made you think you just couldn't walk down on them people, put your hands up, say, y'all got me, leave the joint, let your man go in and pull off, tell him holler at you? What makes you think that you couldn't have had a better day? What makes you think you couldn't have beat the charge? Whatever the charge wasn't murder, like, it was assault with a deadly weapon, okay? Like, I mean, 56 years old, I mean, I guess if you're 56 years old, bro, I don't think you want to go to jail. So I guess me thinking at 45, man, you just get out at 50, maybe his mentality was he wasn't about to sit in nobody's cell at 56 years old. You get what I'm saying? And that caused his death, bro. And now he's got a final resting place, which is sad as fuck, bro. Sad as fuck.
By this tragedy that took place today. We also were hearing from officials today that the deputy was a family man. So as you just heard the sheriff say, he leaves behind a loving wife and 3 children. Len, I heard you say it earlier, anyone who has any family that is in law enforcement understands that this is the last call you ever want to get when you have a family member on the job. But for now, we're going to be continuing to work to learn more about Deputy Rodriguez. For now, I'll send it back to you all.
All right, Trace and Brad there outside Bentop Hospital, where Deputy Vargas was first taken and then pronounced dead later. Let's go now to Matt Doherty, who is live at the scene of our latest developments, the apprehension and shooting of the suspect. Matt.
Yeah, I just want you to take a look at where this parking lot is. Okay, so this is the parking lot. Originally, the incident happened over there at the Dollar Tree. Now, if you just swing around this way through this parking lot, this is where the suspect was ultimately shot and killed, right behind that O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Now, the question I have, and that a lot of people want to know right now, is where was he hiding this whole time? That's the big question that we all want to know. There were so many law enforcement officers out here, and they searched for hours and hours. We want to find out what was happening. Back to you.
Matt Doherty with the very latest there. A suspect shot and killed in a shootout with officers wanted in the death of a Brazoria County Sheriff's deputy.
As soon as we get updates, we'll bring them to you live. We'll see you a little later.
Dang. He wanted to go to the trash dumpster, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Done. I can't even hold you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, was that the shootout? I wonder why they body camera footage ain't covered. I wonder why. That's what I'm saying. Where's that body camera footage? Oh, man. For sure. We heard that. this thing, bro.
And tonight, the breaking news we've been following, a manhunt lasting several hours ends with a suspected cop killer himself shot and killed in a shootout with police just after 5 p.m. Also, a police canine injured and airlifted to a hospital. And we're now awaiting a news conference with law enforcement at any moment to get the very latest details. Also, brand new surveillance video now showing us the moment this whole thing began. This is a Brazoria County deputy. His name is Jesus Vargas, who was shot dead while serving a warrant just before noon today.
He was a 17-year veteran of the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office, a husband and father of 3. We have live, extensive team coverage tonight as we uncover more about the suspect and his lengthy criminal history. We start, though, with Anayeli Ruiz, who is live at the scene of the shooting in Southwest Houston with more for us tonight. Anayeli.
Well, guys, I just want to tell you guys, still a very active scene out here. Lots of officers are still in the area. We're waiting for the police chief to be able to come down here and give us more information. But I want to walk you guys through what happened within the last 2 hours. We were in the parking lot as they were searching for the suspect. We were actually right over there, and I want to show you guys, that's where the scene actually originally started. Right over there, that's where the shooting happened. I just spoke to some employees at a business right here, and they say the suspect walked right in front of all of these businesses you see here, and they tell us that they believe he was actually hiding in the back. They believe obviously, they were really scared because they say they go and dump the trash in the back of this property, and they believe that he might have been hiding there the entire time. Now, when we were in the parking lot, guys, we heard gunshots going off, and we saw officers rushing this way to make their way over here. And then shortly, minutes after, that's when we saw that they loaded up a canine into a chopper, and then we saw lots of peace in the area, and we believe that's obviously shortly after, that's when the suspect died out here.
56 killing 12 is crazy.
I mean, we see lots of officers gathered in that corner, and that's where we believe the shooting actually occurred. And of course, we're waiting for the police chief to arrive here. Lots of other people. I see the DA just arrived, Sean Tier, here to the scene. Again, a lot of heavy presence from all law enforcement agencies across the area. We know that the U.S. Marshals are out here, constables are out here, HPD, DPS. Again, we saw 2 DPS, actually 2 DPS choppers land out here in the area. But again, the business is out here.
Let me help y'all, brother. Yeah, you know, I'm with you 100%. You know what I mean? I'm with you 100%. But I'm going to tell you something. Them people wasn't bothering that guy. This wasn't no police brutality thing. It wasn't the police picking on nobody. This was the police doing their job, serving a warrant. And bro just said he wasn't going to jail today. He was serving a warrant. Bro was being served a warrant for somebody to put a warrant out on him. You know what I mean? The police ain't, you know, bother him. This ain't one of those situations of the police bothering them, bro. This ain't one of them situations, bro. You know what I mean? That make it hard for us brothers that, you know, that ain't doing nothing and then they bobbing and pulling over. This brother was, you know, had warrants out for him. They apprehended him and he felt like he wasn't going to jail today. Now, you know, we going to stand up and we going to be the poor righteous teachers and we going to be with the movement, but we got to also understand straight up and down. Hey, I'm on YouTube. Kadon, I'm going to call you when I get off. You know what I mean? So, I'm just saying overall is that, nah, man, this ain't a case of that. You get what I'm saying? This ain't a case of that. You know, this ain't a case of that. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, it's like, you know, he shot a cop, bro. He had one out for him. All they had to do is put the handcuffs on and go face his joint. He probably would have got a bail, probably would have got out of jail. I don't know. Whatever his reasons is his reasons, bro. I don't know. I ain't here to crucify the brother, but I'm just saying I don't want the people, you know, and you know, everybody that's standing up for something to think that, you know, this brother just got murdered. Nah, hell no. You know, this brother, they was serving a warrant, and all that brother had to do was just go in for his warrant. You know what I'm saying? You know, one thing I'm not against is I'm against injustice. I'm against, you know, police brutality. I'm against people doing the wrong thing. But one thing I ain't against is being a man. And if I do something, facing my consequences like a man. I was on parole and probation and went to court and caught a bid and turned myself in, knowing what I was facing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to step up. You just got to step up and do what you got to do. You have to be a man. You have to be a woman. You have to just stand up. It's that sometimes is when it's over, it's over. You know what I mean? Somewhere, what we want to know is, in that brother heart, because he's still your brother or your sister, whether they do something crazy or not. It's a culture thing. We human. So it's just a human being. Let's not put a color on it. But unfortunately, the brother was a man of color. When that brother had to be suffering from drug addiction, mental illness, that's the two. Drug addiction or mental illness. Because Christmas over with, Thanksgiving over with, Halloween over with, St. Patrick's Day over with. So we can't say bro scratching. Bro was at a plasma center. The man was at a plasma center. You know what I mean? He said, you know this, I don't know, man. But what I'm saying is, I don't know what he was. Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, I think they said. Yeah, I never got into the charges. I was just playing the charges. You say he was a chomo. Yeah. So if he was, you know what I mean, that's even worse. But it was only two things. And you definitely don't want to go back to jail being one of them dudes. Now, I mean, you don't put no color on it. What I'm saying is respectfully and most humbly that the man either was on drugs or the man was mentally fucked up. And if he was a chomo, you know he was already fucked up. So, but one thing I can honestly say to everybody that's on his live, these 9 peoples, but y'all can hit that like button, man, to push this video into the algorithm. Whatever he was doing, bro, he felt as though life was over. And being a chomo, life is over when you stoop down to that level. So that gives more reason. I don't know if that's a fact. But if he was a chomo, you know what I'm saying, I can't, you know, it is what it is, you know. But that you can't go to jail with. So that's enough to make you want to go off and, you know, do something. Maybe he was a chomo and he wasn't wrong this time. Like, I don't know. But I'm just saying, just culturally and just humanity, you got to be accountable for your actions, because honestly, today, I just, you know, will say that cop wasn't out to do nothing but his job today. And it is good police officers, firefighters, medics, and all types of people that work, you know, in public service, bro, that ain't fucked up, that really do it genuinely from the bottom of their heart. It is cops that'll arrest you, bro, and won't, and just do things the right way. It is. May not be a lot, but it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just like every street person ain't a bad person. Every person that go to prison ain't a bad person. Every mental person that got mental illness is not a bad person. You get what I'm saying? But then you have people that go to jail are bad person. You have people with mental illness are bad people. You get what I'm saying? But whatever it is, it's a serious problem that I or you shouldn't want to be 56 years old going through that. That's the most idiotic thing that you can do. And I used to say this when I was a young man in prison. I used to be like, damn, bro, I never met so many dudes over 50 that was kids in my life. I never met so many dudes that was, you know, 30 that just never transformed for being a kid. I never met so many grown men over the age of 35, between 35 and 65, that was kids and emotional. So growth ain't in everybody. Growth and development ain't in everybody, bro. You know, man, regardless of how they age. And like they always say, age is just a number. Time doesn't matter. And there's some people that's living in false, you know what I mean, just living in fairy land. And reality is a motherfucker. And whatever that guy had going on, his reality was a motherfucker because he blew it. What we seen today was a person standing on they not going back to prison. And because he didn't want to go back to prison or face the allegation because they say you innocent until proven guilty, but we know you guilty until proven innocent, and where we from, he choose not to take that option, and he killed the innocent man. You know, the deputy was innocent. Just today, you know, one thing about me, I'm with the right. I'm with the right, That we moving right, we moving right. If we moving wrong, we moving wrong. I'm not an in-between person. So the right thing and the reality is that brother, our brother, whoever you want to call it, a human killed another human because they didn't want to face their consequences. And that human didn't deserve that. And just the mentality of that brother, that's what I'm basing this around. Like, what's the mentality of us as a people, as humanity? Why did we think that we could say and do certain shit that ain't right, bro? You know what I'm saying? Somebody, 3 kids just lost their father, and their father went out to work to make an honest dollar. You know what I'm saying? Their father went out to work to make an honest dollar. Even when I was in the streets, selling dope, coke, weed, or whatever, you know, toting guns and being around ignorance, I always had a conscience. But it was hard to be conscious in a ruthless environment. Real talk. And once an average street dude or average project dude or average trailer park dude or average, you know, dude that struggled, because I don't believe that the struggle and pain doesn't come from everywhere. Trailer park got the struggles in it. The back blocks got the struggles in it. The projects got the struggles in it. You know, the suburban areas have a struggle in it. You get what I'm saying? So everybody got they struggle and everybody go through something. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you have to be moved from them environments or had to get out of them environments. Some of us make it out, some of us don't. Some of us strong enough to move to the upper echelon with an opportunity. Some of us just stay dead and die right there. But that mentality, bro, is a fucked up mentality, bro, because it's ignorance. When you start getting around normal people, you realize nobody wants to shoot out with the police. No matter what you're going through, man. Niggas say pray about it. Nigga tell you, bro, it's gonna be all right. Let me help you out, bro. I'll lend you 500. Don't worry about it, oh, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can hold my car. So people try to help you if they care about you, but it's a cold world. Don't nobody gotta help you. You gotta help yourself. And people with mental illness have to recognize they have a mental illness and go seek help. But it's millions of people with mental illness is never gonna seek that help, or never is gonna get nobody that love them that much is gonna guide them to the help. But sometimes with the mental illness, you gotta shake that shit off. Some people can't. Some people, it's unfortunately they can't shake it off, and some people is using that shit as an excuse. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. That's just life. It's always a 50-50 thing with people. You know what I'm saying? Especially in 2025, you just don't know no more. You get what I'm saying? You gotta really look and study a person and say, yo, is he really fucked up, or is he really mentally ill, or is she really going through this, or did this really happen? You gotta study people because so many people are not authentic. But, you know, not to get off topic, just to be open and honest with you, that I'm just saying that this brother decided today was going to be his last day. And not only was it his last day, you know, he killed a innocent police officer and an innocent dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be fine. I'm a Muslim, and you know what I'm saying? And I grew up in a religious family, and I grew up to love. You know what I'm saying? I grew up to love. I grew up to protect your family, protect your community by any means necessary. But you know, in my house, in my home, it was love. Might have been tough love, might not been love the way you did it used to, but it was love, and it was consistent. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't hugs and high fives every day, no, but you know what I'm saying? It was safe. You know what I'm saying? It was safe. It was a safety net where you wash your clothes, you could wear your slippers. It was a safety net. And you know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes just don't get that love. And some dudes, it's like, again, some dudes get love and take it for granted and toy. Some dudes never had it and wish they could have it. So I don't know. But I'm just saying, for me to you, bro, well, sis, no matter how rough it is, bro, don't go out the meat racket and make somebody else's life hell and make a bunch of kids and other people hurt because you're going through something, bro. You have to find peace within yourself and then within your heart, or go, you know what I'm saying? The Masjid is the only, you know, religious place that's open 24 hours a day. I encourage, you know, brothers, you know, even if you're non-Muslim, you might just go in there and get a good word, bro. The masjid open up 24 hours a day. It's 5 prayers a day. It's somebody in the masjid all hours of the day. The masjid is always open across the world 24 hours a day. And if the masjid closed, it must be something wrong. And I'm not saying it don't matter what religion you is, but go to the masjid. You know what I mean? What's good, Iski? Go to the masjid. That's all you got to do. Just go to the masjid. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have to go cry on the church, the church step. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have to go to uncle or auntie. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have to just go to a perfect stranger and sit there and have a conversation. And that perfect stranger, you might just part ways after the conversation, but it might clear your mind. That I tell people this all the time. Don't make people feel the wrath of your madness because you're going through something. Because it's millions of people, 7 point some billion people on earth. Bruh, we all going through something, bro. We all got a little mental illness in us. We all got a little craziness in us. We all got a little stress. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us lost our grandmothers. A lot of us brothers and sisters been murdered, bro. A lot of our people been molested before. A lot of people go through shit that you go through, bro. And a lot of people know how to handle it, bro. You get, and I understand that people who don't know how to handle it. But the realest thing that you could tell your person if you don't know how to handle it, bro, imagine if you was in a desert or we was in a field and you knew that a quarter mile away was people that was trying to kill us. And you knew it was a mile away that we have to give it out all to walk because we have a quarter mile stretch on them. Now, all we got to do is keep walking, and keep our head up, man, and we to safety. Regardless of what we face, bro, we got a head start of it and let's do it. What you gonna do? You gonna fall out in the streets? If you fall out in the street or you pass out, bro, I'ma ask you 3 times. Get up. As I'm walking, get up. As I might come back and snap out of it, but after that, I got to go. Because at the end of the day, you playing. You playing, bro. You playing, bro. We got the same 24 hours in a day, bro. We understand it's hard. We know we got criminal backgrounds, all that. The one thing I used to tell on the grind, man, execution, no excuses. Work hard for it, never give up, push it to the limit. Just because a person ain't hollering at you or doing this and that, man, life beats you up. If you don't live across the street, I might not never see you. You understand what I'm saying? And, it's just, as you age, man, especially when you aging along with your friends and all ain't where y'all want to be, a couple people where they want to be, a couple, it's dudes start breaking off, going left and right. So the first thing that the average person has to do is focus on self, because if you're not together, you cannot help nobody else out. For real. I don't care if it's your kids, your mother that's sick, your grandmother, your uncle, your homeboy. Until you get you together, you can't give much advice and give too much of nothing. Have to focus on you. And the minute you get yourself together, it might take 30 days. It might take 30 months. It might take 30 weeks. It might take 30 years. But once you get in that position, you know how to tell somebody that been in what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop looking down on people and just stay focused. And that's the realest shit I could tell a nigga. Just stay focused, bro. You know what I mean? Like, dudes, man, I'm from the streets, bro. I grew up with a lot of dudes. I kicked it with niggas in and out of state, bro. Dudes fall out the wagon every day. You know, homies, my man just came home, man. Welcome home to Haas, man. Stephen Haas, street official, man. My man caught 30 back in 06 or something like that. He caught a 30 ball, man. Man just did 20 years. He free. Just did 20 years, man. 20 years in a slammer. What you know about that? You know what I mean? Reality of it. You know what I'm saying? I talked to him, man. He ain't tripping. In the world, 20 years in advance on him. It was Nextel Chirps out. Dudes was wearing back. You ever seen the time travel on Instagram or Facebook? The real live shit. Niggas was dressing like that when he got booked. The little rock star shit just was coming in. Niggas started feeling Jim Jones and the Dipset, around 05 and shit. That shit started coming in. But, you know what I'm saying? You still call blocks with baggy clothes. You know what I'm saying? Welcome home, Haas, man. Haas is free, man. He's finally free, man. And he, you know what I'm saying? He's just in a space where it's though freedom after 20 years. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So that's neither here or there. But man, again, you're welcome to my man, Street Official Haas, man. Libby Heights and Garrison own, Oakfield's own, man. The boy home after 20 years, man. 20 years, and he's just putting his life back together. It's probably taking his whole year for him to put his shit back together, but he'll get it back together because he walked up out of that situation. And I say that to say, homeboy that did that at 56 years old, he might can't take 20 years. Maybe 76, but listen, homie, it's better than being dead. And he who fears death is in denial. Do y'all hear me? He who fears death is in denial. And 95% of us is in denial. 95% of us fear death. I feel alive, man, but sometimes, you know, the thought of death, it makes me scared. You know what I'm saying? The thought of death makes me, you know, it bothers me. I wouldn't say make me scared, but it bothers me because you're not going to see it coming. It bothers me. You know what I'm saying? It bothers you because, you know, one day you have to leave. You know what I'm saying? You have to leave this. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not going to act with a, you know, when I was in the streets, I knew, hey, I can get hit by a bullet, a knife, a car, a cop, a murderer, a killer, a stick-up boy. Any of that come with the streets. But now that's a man, that's a YouTuber, that's a car salesman, trying to get these corner stores open, trying to network with my brothers. You know what I mean? I just got in good contact with some of my good brothers, man. You know, my man Safi down to Tennessee, man. I'm trying to buy properties down to Tennessee, man. He's trying to get acres and shit, man. I'm trying to, you know, put up to his acres and have some shit going on down there, man. Like, it's just the world is different. You know what I mean? The world is different, bro. You know what I mean? That's it, bro. You dictate how you live, bro. And you can live better. And us niggas that come from the bottom and really come from the streets, we don't want no parts of that if we find an entry. If we get an underground railroad out of it, we don't want it. We don't want to be 56 years old saying the world is that fucked up and let me go kill a cop. No, sir. I ain't doing no shit like that, dog. Man, I'm not even rolling with a nigga to think like that. I'm keeping it real with you, bro. I'm not, at this old age, I'm not even rolling with a man or a woman that got that mentality. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem, bro. Let me out. And after I get out, I'm going to talk that tough shit. Nigga, you's a stupid motherfucker, bro. I'm glad I don't ever call my phone again. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them type homeboys. And I have other homeboys like that. We not afraid to tell you, boy, you stupid. You tell us you gonna go kill a cop, we got to tell you. Yo, don't go do no shit like that. You good, bro? But if you hard up about it, I'm doing it. I'm gonna tell you like this. Shit. I put my joint on like that. We fucked up. We fucked up. Yeah. Yeah. And I just got up and closed the window. So just imagine me. I'm walking the fuck off, man. You ain't ready to give me life in the joint, man. You tripping. Man, you tripping, nigga. I'm dipping on you, nigga. I'm telling me, man, come on, bro. Let's go. This boy hit it for dude. And then we gonna see you on the news and we just gonna be like, damn, yo. Peter, Paul, John, Ern, Coolio, Rojo, Big Barbarian, Gangsta Black, whoever your name is, bro. You know, rest in peace, homie. Damn, that was my man. You remember that time we was do that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, man. Don't force my hand. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Just don't force my motherfucking hand. But when you force it, see, that's what I'm saying. Something forced his hand. I don't mean force my hand. If you force my hand to stop me from doing something stupid that get my body torn up. I wonder just how many times they hit him. Bro, because I know they hit him multiple times. They had to just break him down, bro. They cracked his head, bro. Like, real talk. They knocked that motherfucking noodle back. I ain't gonna hold you. They knocked, something just went in my eye, man. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment. Something just got in my eye, man. It's burning. Right now, man. Hey, listen, man. That Cash App up there. RD Podcast Cash App right there, man. Put something in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Philly, I'll be there this weekend. Saturday, Philly, I'll be there. You know what I mean? Saturday, Philly, I'll be there. I'll play this news clip and see what the hell in my eye. Dang. Shit. Yo, that's what I know, bro. I need all my shit.
And they didn't expect that the suspect would still be here in the area. They said that they thought that the suspect had actually gone to the apartments just down the street and were pretty shocked to see that he was still here when all of this transpired. And of course, we're going to wait for the police chief to be able to provide us with more details on what exactly happened and how they were able to get the suspect. Guys. Yeah. We'll send it back to you.
Very chaotic. Thank you for laying out for us, Annie Ellie. And of course, you were showing the DA, Harris County DA, Sean Cheer. He'll probably be part of that news conference. Thank you, Annie Ellie.
All right, right now we want to go just across the same parking lot to Matt Doherty. Matt, what can you tell us about the effort to save that police canine?
Well, first I want to show you where the search efforts ended, where that suspect was ultimately shot and killed. It's going to be right on the side of the strip center here, next to the O'Reilly's Auto Parts store. We don't know much about the confrontation, how it went down, or what exactly transpired, but we do know what did happen during that shootout is that one of the U.S. Marshals canines was hit by at least one of those bullets. When you take a look at some of the video, we caught in the last hour or so of the first of those two DPS helicopters that you heard Eddie Ellie talking about a minute ago. The first one landed in this parking lot, and it was to transport that canine who had been injured to the veterinary hospital so that it could get some treatment. We still don't know the condition that it's in right now, but we do know as of last update that it was in stable condition. However, those things can change very quickly, but we do know as of about 30 minutes or so ago that
they
that
put the canine in the medevac, Jack.
Canine is in stable condition, so we're all
right, so
hoping for the best for him. If you want to take a look over here, this is that area where all those officers are. They started coming out, I would say, just before 5 o'clock. That's when my photojournalist Ryan and I were down the street kind of monitoring the situation, and they just started flying up Stella Link toward the location where the original shooting happened in the first place. So we didn't know exactly what was going on, but we were very surprised, I have to tell you, that they found the suspect just on the other side of this strip center, just a few hundred yards from where that original shooting took place, where that deputy from Brazoria County was shot and killed. Guys, back to you.
Take it from here, Matt Doherty, live on the scene. Appreciate you. Let's go back now to the original scene and how this all began, talking about where the deputy was shot and killed, Katira Winfrey, with new surveillance of the shooting that claimed Deputy Vargas's life. Katira.
Hey guys, the truck that we believe was involved in this is actually about to be towed away right now. This brown colored truck has a few bullet holes in the sides. One of the back rear tires is also flat, and you can see the Houston Police Department is about to tow that all off. When you talk about that surveillance video, that is what this, you can see this truck in that surveillance video. And as an officer is ducked behind one of his cruisers, you see a quick flash of someone wearing black run the opposite direction. And again, this video was obtained by KHOU. And again, in that video, you can see this brown truck that I mentioned that had the bullet holes in one of the windows. It looks like there's some damage to the side. The back rear tire is flattened. And an officer is ducked behind, and he is shooting, and we see a black flash run across the screen, possibly the suspect, but not sure right now. But again, this scene has been insanely active throughout the day. As you've heard, right now there's still a helicopter flying around, loads of law enforcement still on scene gathering evidence. But that surveillance video gives you a glimpse at what unfolded and gives you a glimpse of some of the chaos that played out with that deputy losing his life, that canine being shot, and now that suspect being shot and killed. Of course, we will continue to be out here and monitor this information and hopefully get a better idea of why this started, what happened. As we mentioned earlier, from one of our sources who spoke to KHOU, it said the suspect actually pulled up and was a passenger inside this truck, and he got out and opened fire. Of course, police have not given much information, but we are hoping to get new details as we lead into this news conference, or more information from the district attorney, police, and possibly Mayor Whitmire. But again, Houston Police has that truck unloaded up in this tow truck, likely ready to set off any time now. But in that surveillance video, you can see this truck still sitting there and a person flashed from the side of it, possibly connected to all of this. But of course, we'll bring you all we know as we get it. Back to you guys.
We hope to learn more at any moment now. We're awaiting a news conference with law enforcement. Katira Winfrey there, thank you. And speaking of law enforcement, members area-wide are remembering Deputy Jesus Vargas as a dedicated public servant. He was a member of the U.S. Marshals Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force and sat behind a loving wife and children.
Devastating day for the law enforcement family and for his family. Tracy Bragg joins us live outside Bentop Hospital.
I am, yo. That's what we have, man. Houston deputy killed. Suspect apprehended. He was murdered. And the guy that did it happens to be a black guy. That's the moral of the story today. That's the Raw Dope Podcast breaking news. So, what else do we got? I know it's not in the description, but that's why I say and more. You know what I mean? So, I seen something today with Javante Davis and Bud going at it. Like, Tank Davis disrespect Terrence Crawford's wife and kids. Yeah. Gotta get in the Tank. If Tank fights Shakur, Andre Rizzo, Raw, or Javante, oh man, Tank is like, Tank got him now. Tank woke, y'all. And then when Tank was cried at the press conference and laid back, but Tank ain't really joking. Tank ain't joking. You know what I mean?
Couple years ago, December 2.
Yeah, Tank ain't. Let me see what they got right here. Let me see what they got right here, man. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment, man. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Get them likes up there, baby. And he got like 8 kids and his wife like 380 pounds. Hey, buddy, get work overtime. Damn. I still make more than you trying to I see somebody, man, they wasn't invited to the hey, y'all think chasing girls and all that to make it do some money, boys. And this is what happened when the nigga that never had shit start talking crazy. Nigga, you don't know they calling me same crazy day. Dang. These joints are serves. Damn. Tank went off on him. I look bigger fish to fry, grow up, roast some balls and fight. Shakur Stevens, Keyshawn Davis, stop being scared. They probably why you ran your girl and beat her ass because you don't got no nuts and she know it. Damn. Everybody wants the piece of Tank. But Tank from Baltimore, so Tank got time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Tank's from Baltimore, so Tank got time. Tank ain't playing no games. I'm not even gonna hold you to that. Tank ain't playing no games. Tank is about his business. Tank's about that action. Let's go, Javante Davis. Hey, I like Bud Crawford. I like Shakur Stevenson. I like everybody. You know what I'm saying? Boxing. You know, I like a good old boxing fan. I'm not a super fanatic boxing fan to go and all that, but I'm a huge boxing fan. I like the sport. You know what I'm saying? I know the boxers to look out for. I know who up and coming and shit like that. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm not knee deep in the crates that everybody know hip-hop my shit. You know what I'm saying? Real live conversations my shit. But boxing my shit is something that I enjoy. You know, I like watching mega super fights. It's something I enjoy. But my man Tank going off, man. Tank, West Baltimore, undisputed, undefeated. He getting money and he talking shit. And Tank was quiet for a minute. Now Tank woke. You know what I mean? But, you know, they got fights coming up. A lot of big fights coming up. They get this stuff going and get to talking trash. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the sport. Boxers been talking trash since the days of Muhammad Ali. So, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's just, it's just a shit-talking sport. Even when you fight on the streets, it's a shit-talking sport. You get what I'm saying? So, they doing what they supposed to do. What y'all think about Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney rematch? Crawford fighting the Mexican boy, you know, at 154, 156. Javante Davis. I don't know if he's fighting Roach, or I would like to see him fight Keyshawn. You know what I mean? Or Shakur. I don't know. But I just want to see Tank. I just want to see Javante Davis get money, be successful, you know, continue doing what he's doing, giving back to the community, holding it down, taking care of his family, and getting money and standing on business like he doing. You know what I'm saying? I wish that brother the best. He come from the slums of West Baltimore, man. He fought his way up to the top. And I just hope he stay where he at and just keep on pursuing, invest in businesses, grow up and get that bag heavy. You know what I'm saying? Tank smart. The GTD shines. We see the trucks, you know what I mean? Tank got shit going on in the ghetto. Them niggas don't really know, but hey, I got nothing but love and respect for Tank, man. He hometown hero. He's #1, you know what I'm saying? And what he do, he's damn good shit. And there's a lot of boxers coming out of Baltimore that's going to be there, man. You know, I hope once Tank get these fights out the way he need to get out, get his money together, man, I just hope that promotion in GTD, I hope he just be as big as Mayweather promotion, the rest of these promotion, you know, fucking with a lot of boxers coming out of this area. You get what I'm saying? Especially Baltimore. You know, I know you're going to deal with boxers all over the world, but, you know, get some of these dudes, there's some heavy hitters down here in Baltimore, up and coming boxers just training, man. I want to see them win. So see, real talk. Hey, we just tap down, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. You want to donate to the Cash App, man, donate to the Cash App. If not, donate to the channel, but I'm just happy if you just give me a like. If you like my video, if you don't want to donate to the channel, you don't want to purchase no merch, you don't want to do nothing, just like the video. And if you like this content that I'm giving, share the video. That don't cost you nothing. If you feeling froggy, leap, man, the Cash App right there, or the memo box right there, the t-shirts, hats, everything for sale. Let's go. And you can pull up on me and get that merch too, man. And we back in the building with the interviews, February. Don't know the exact date and don't know the lineup, but I'm going to tell y'all that. And you know you got to catch me at 6 a.m. tonight. Going to bed kind of early. Been a hard, stressful day, but the Lord knows best. Everything is good. I'm going to make it happen. Do what it do. Safi, you still in here, man. I need you to hit me on the iPhone joint. Hit me, Iski. What's good, man? What's up with y'all? Hey, drop your area code right now where you from if you just tapping in. Got 6 people in the chat, man. Just let me know where y'all from, man. Let me know where y'all from.
Time, the Ring Magazine Awards was yesterday. I guess it was in London, right? Tank didn't attend. He wasn't there. It seems like every other fighter was there but him. And Tank started dissing Turkey, Shakur Stevenson. He's saying that everybody's, you know, it looks like Turkey's trying to make a monopoly, something similar to the UFC with Dana White, forcing fighters to face each other, no more ducking. So that's kind of good for the boxing, but he might have too much power if he controls everything.
Yeah, Cali, I always get San Bernardino, whatever it is, they always tapping in with me. Shout out to y'all, man.
What do you think about Tank and his
always showing me that love, man. I appreciate that. Cali always showing me love.
Well, let me start with Alashak. I think, unlike Dana White and the UFC, this man is paying people money they've never seen ever.
Yeah, what money?
Ever. I mean, from the promoters to the managers, everybody's reaping the rewards down the line on this. So I can't hate on that. I really got to show the love. So, I mean, nobody else has done it. And everybody's always complaining that, oh, I'm being robbed, this, that, and the other thing. I don't get what I'm supposed to get. You got to show the love. You got to show. It's impressive. It's really impressive what this man has done. And I appreciate it, and I like it because he's giving fighters what they finally want to have. So you can't complain about it, oh, it's too much, or he's trying to take control. Somebody should take control because boxing was on its way to the doldrums. It'll never end. It will never not be boxing, but it was in a sad state of affairs. He's brought some of the biggest events in boxing that we wanted to see, and he's still doing it now. We have talks about Canelo and Terrence Crawford.
Yeah,
that's a mega fight. Everyone's looking forward to that. You know, Berta B and Bivol, the rematch. And then there's a host of other events that could happen that will be fantastic for boxing. I think the man's done a fantastic job. I'm 100% with him.
All right, definitely. I respect that too. Now, Turkey, if he like you said, he can make it happen between Tank and Shakur. It seems like Tank is reluctant to get in the ring with Shakur. But if that fight happens, who do you favor in that fight? Who wins? How do they do it? Who would you go with on that?
Well, I tell you like this. Shakur is a talented fighter. Tank That's like my ride and die. I like guys that get people in trouble and knock them out.
Right.
So
Yes,
I'm always
sir.
riding with Tank.
Me too.
It will be a spectacular bout. I mean, you have the age-old puncher versus boxer at its best. Now, if Tank allows Shakur to get ahead too far, then he might not be able to catch up to him. On the flip side of that, if Tank gets in there and Shakur makes a mistake, it only takes one for the lights to be out. So I'm waiting to see it. I want to see it, and I'm looking forward to it. It's another 50-50, but you know I'm Tank all the way. So I got to ride or die with who I ride or die with, even though I love them both.
Absolutely, I respect that as well. Now, what about Tank retiring? Do you think he's serious about that? I mean, he's worked so hard to get to the pinnacle of success. He's making the most amount of money. Now you got Turkey mixed in. I mean, Turkey will probably give him 75, 80 million to have a big fight. What do you think about his retirement? Is he serious about this?
Oh, fighters like to talk, Johnny. They like to talk. They get upset. I'm out. I'm done. Next week, and then Shakur did the same thing.
Huh?
He did the same thing. He was like, "Yeah, I'm finished. I'm done." If they're done today, they come back tomorrow. So I take that with a grain of salt. It doesn't mean that much to me. I really don't expect that to be the case. And he has a lot to do. He has a lot to do.
Hit that subscribe button, man. Subscribe to my channel.
135, and I think he can represent and bring together some of the best fights in the 135 lightweight division that we've seen in a long time.
Definitely.
Dang. So what y'all want to see? That's how that Turkey got that money. Turkey got that money, bro. Giving boxers something they never seen. They say this Crawford and Canelo fight, man, $750 million. Like, that's a big person. You know, them dudes over in the Middle East, man. Them top countries over in the Middle East are so beautiful and so rich with craft. And they, you know, they starting to have a lot going on, building these huge stadiums and, you know, having their people coming and being entertained. And these boxers can make this money and just be, you know what I mean, and be cool. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing, man. And like I said, if Turkey is paying the money to have these super fights, I'm with it. What you talking about? I think this is something you should talk about. Yup, they be cool for life too. That money long, yeah. Yeah, you know, just imagine you go over here and do, you know, what, 3 fights a year? Like, you go, just imagine if you training and you getting it on, man. You go over there and just do 2 fights. You know what I mean? You might do 2 fights over Turkey and just do a fight here. You get what I'm saying? Or 1 and 1. 80 million up with that fight, 750. If Tank is gonna if Tank over there and fight, Tank's gonna make way more than $80 million. I mean, you know, that's a hell of a payday. It's just that who he fighting get to get some bacon, egg and cheese, and, you know, get some of that manyan. He gets some of that manyan and that moolah, you know what I'm saying? Dude's touching real money, and I would want to fight over there if I'm touching real money like that. I got damn right, because everybody in the States can see it, and then that's going to make the passport. But going to some of these countries, you really just got to go there, watch the fight, you know, eat some good food, take some pictures, do a little sightseeing, you know, roll a couple camera views and get out of there. Because me, personally, I'm a cannabis. I'm Muslim. I would love to go to these countries with me. I would just personally be, how my man Wayne said, how most do said it. It's like, go handle my business, go see the fight, yo, do some tours. I'm on the first flight out. You know what I mean? Whatever the connecting flight is and that, I might stay a day 2 in London or something. But yeah, we can't do that. I'm asking if you're going to talk about how Trump wants to take other countries by force, and he needs to. He said he wants to take the Gulf of Mexico and Greenland. That's something that we're going to get into the first thing in the morning, Rocket. I'm going to be honest with you. First thing in the morning, we could talk about that. That's more of the You know, that's the more in the morning show. We're going to get straight into that in the morning show. We're going to open up with that in the morning show. Right now, we a little bit on boxing. The you know, the cop killer that was killed by cops. He killed the cop. And, you know, we talking a little bit of shit about boxing, you know what I mean? And the things that we like to talk about. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, we just mellowing out today. You know, it was just, you know, I wasn't in the elder room like I supposed to be this morning. And, like, maybe the end of my video, you know what I'm saying? The mic went dead on me. That's why I got the mic on the charge, getting it right. But I'm into that right now. But I'm getting on top of that. And I heard something about he wants to take over the Gulf of Mexico. Like, they want to be here so bad. You get what I'm saying? But I think it'll be like Puerto Rico. You know, isn't Puerto Rico supposed to be like part of the United States? But it's still like different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But Trump's on, you know, one thing I'm going to do is say Trump's only going to be in office for 4 years. Trump's an older guy. And a lot of things just can't be done in 4 years. You get what I'm saying? He'll make a mess. Someone will come and clean it up. But Trump's be there. He's out of there before 2030. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, in 2030, it's just another 10 years of a new evolution. You know, he'll make things. You got to understand how the government works. The president get in there, new Congress, new Senate's going to, they pass bill, but they're going to make it. They're not going to do nothing that's going to really hurt this country. You get what I'm saying? They're going to, you know, if they do that, it's going to come with, you know, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean? They need to go and, you know, try to donate money to Haiti and Colombia and places like that. You know what I'm saying? Spots out with Africa. Africa's beautiful, but you know what I mean? They just need to invest in that. Taking over what? We in Greenland? What we taking over Greenland for? You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, for their sources and resources, okay, you know what I mean? Or what they're going to just, we take over the Gulf of Mexico, you extend in Texas. You get what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Then you make the borders, build prison. Trump's got something up his sleeve, but he won't be in office. It's not like if he could serve an 8-year term, then I said, maybe he could pull his off. But 4 years, and there's so many people who love Trump and so many people against Trump. He'll have, and you know, the house is looking red. It's a lot of shit, but like I said, before it can all be masterminds and really be took into where he wanted to be, he won't have enough time in office to do that. I truly believe that. You know what I mean? I like Trump. You know, I'm not going to lie to him. I don't vote. You get what I'm saying? But I like Trump. And I'm just saying, bro, everything that we be wishing presidents to do, no fucking president ever really got in office and really did nothing super spectacular. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do the bare minimum. They're only going to do what they're allowed to do. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of lawmakers, a lot of naysayers, a lot of yaysayers. Just because they're Republicans, and all the Republicans not seeing the Trump way. All the Democrats didn't see it Barack way. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it going there. You know what I'm saying? We live in a country where as though motherfuckers' argument is a real popular thing. In the United States of America, argument is a big thing. You know what I mean? But hey, hit that notification button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment, man. Purchase a t-shirt. Donate to the channel. The Cash App right below if you want to tap in. But like I said, man, you know, Trump, we don't know. But in the morning, I'm going to dig down to the nitty gritty with that whole Trump situation. I want to know how y'all feel about it. I want to know about it. I want to know. But again, man, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. I'm trying to break into the algorithm. If you're getting familiar with my channel, I always like to say Raw Dope stands for the rawest and dopest interviews on the planet. Al Miranda writes, there's no fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. If you're in Bernardino, California, your time will be about 3:30 a.m. If you on the East Coast, between 6 a.m. and 6:45 is when I hit go live. You know what I mean? So I'm up in the morning. I'm going to get a good night's sleep tonight, eat good, and get up and focus. I have some things to focus and think about in the morning. I just got some things on my mind. I just want to take care of a few things, man. You get what I'm saying? But in the morning, support it. I really need that support in the morning, especially if you're getting up and working, especially if you're one of my people from Kansas or California. You might just be going to sleep at that hour. But tap in with my East Coast people, my down south people, tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? My man Safi's an hour off. He makes sure he tap in. I try to, and the reason why I try to be on by 6:30. Because I know California, that's 3:30. Texas, that's 4:30. Tennessee, that's 5:30. Denver, it's like 4. You know what I'm saying? That turnover in the morning, grab your phone time. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, for sure. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, man. Share this video, man. Hey, when you go to work or you go to the store, it's nice out Cali right now. But when you go to the store right now and you rolling up one, bro, say, man, I know this dope-ass podcast. It's over East Coast called Raw Dope Podcast. Subscribe to your channel, tap in, man. Grab a t-shirt, you know what I mean? Merch, all that, man. Just, that's all I ask for, man. If you ain't gonna donate to my channel, purchase no merch or do nothing, bro, share it, like it, you know what I mean? Subscribe. I appreciate that more than anything. And I've been doing this shit since my 7th year. So, you know, and we still building and we ain't complaining, you know what I'm saying? The last shall be first. Let's go.